Hello everyone, Bill from Cambodia here, and I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about some things that I wish I knew before I got here, and some things that I could have prepared better for in hopes that it'll help you should you decide to come out here. So first off, the weather. The heat here, I'm used to heat, I'm okay with heat. I'm from Arizona. Summers, it's normal to have 114 degrees Fahrenheit, you know, just about every day during the summer. And so that kind of heat doesn't bother me. But there it's more like if you put your hand into the middle of an oven, you just feel this radiant heat on you. Humidity added to heat makes it like a jacket that you can't take off. It's just, it kind of clothes you in the heat. It keeps it, it's like, you know, atmospheric pressure. It just keeps it on you and makes you very sweaty. You have to hydrate a lot more than you otherwise would. And so I can't overstate that the humidity and the heat together can be very oppressive, can wear you out a lot quicker, and if you're not careful, you know, you can dehydrate. And so you really need to be aware of that and take care of yourself. Bring clothes that are appropriate, which brings me to my next point, the clothes that I brought. I mentioned in another video that it's a good idea to bring slip-on shoes, kind that you can just take on and off, because a lot of businesses, people's houses, wherever you go, you're going to be taking your shoes off a lot. The only places where you won't be doing that is like when you're walking in the markets and things like that, or restaurants and things like that. But some smaller businesses, still, you take your shoes off. It's just a normal thing. It's a respect thing there. And so bring some shoes that are comfortable to walk in as well. Make sure you can slip them on and off easy, and that they are very comfortable for a lot of walking, because you will probably do a lot of walking. I doubt very many people would ship their car here because that's extremely expensive. I would also bring shorts, because I didn't think jeans would be that warm, but they are. And so you need breathable fabric too. Do not bring any kind of like polyester. Don't bring anything that doesn't breathe. Bring cotton. Bring whatever that moisture wicking material is that's in a lot of sportswear. Definitely don't bring rayon. Don't bring polyester. That stuff does not breathe at all, and you'll just be a sheet of sweat all the time. That would suck. So shorts, comfortable shoes you can slip on and off, porous, breathable clothing, light fabrics, nothing heavy. Flannels, they seem light, but they keep a lot of warmth in. Not good in this heat. Next, your physical shape. I told myself I was going to do a lot of exercising and walking around before I came here, so it wouldn't be so difficult once I got here. I was lazy and I didn't do that. Unless you're already in pretty decent physical shape, I would suggest starting to get a lot more exercise in, a lot more walking, just work out. Prepare your body, because you're going to have a more active lifestyle necessarily here. Like I said, you're probably not going to be driving. You might pick up a moto, but there's still just the heat itself. There's a lot of walking around, and I got a bicycle, as you saw in my last video. That takes physical effort as well. And I wish I had prepared more physically for this. The language barrier has been more than I thought it would be, more than I anticipated. I still learn some Khmer, and I'm constantly going to be learning more, but the amount of people that don't speak any English is a lot more than I thought it would be. You hear, oh, Siem Reap, it's all touristy, and they all know English. Not true. Most people here don't. So prepare for that. Learn some Khmer. You know, because even if they know a little bit of English, like that little bit, the way they construct sentences here and the way they think, a lot of stuff that makes just very basic sense to us in English doesn't really work for the way they think here. Just the way they construct language, the way they structure knowledge in their heads. It's just a different culture, a different way of thinking. So what makes perfect sense to us makes no sense at all to a lot of people here, and vice versa. There's a lot of stuff there like, it's simple, you dumb barang. And I'm like, what? So, you know, there's definitely a communication barrier there that has to be overcome. And usually, you know, with enough hand signals, enough work in, you know, maybe finding somebody nearby who I can communicate with, you know, I'm getting by. But I wish I had learned more. And the last thing I'll talk about is, you hear how friendly and sweet and awesome the people were, and it's something that I read a lot about and thought was true. But it's a lot more nuanced than that. It's not everybody's all smiles and friendly. It's not like that. There are a lot of fake smiles. There's some animosity. There's no shortage of people who just don't want us here. It's true. But there's also a lot of people who are super friendly, super cool, super fun, really helpful, wonderful people. And that does go for pretty much anywhere you go, especially in Southeast Asia. Like, there's just no way you're gonna fit in. I don't care how much of the language and the culture you learn. You look like a tourist if you look white, you know, and European or American or whatever. You look like a tourist. And you're going to be treated as such by most people, unless you really get to know them well. But no matter how long you've been here, when you're walking down the street, there's no magic aura that you have. There's no magic signal that's going to tell people right off, he's an expat, he lives here. You know, because, you know, Dave's been here a year. Still, every time he's walking around, talk, sir, talk, sir, and he's like, nah. And so, you will be mistaken for a tourist all the time. And so, while I would just say there's a great mixture of how you're going to get treated here. Don't expect it to be all friendly smiles. You know, expect a few patronizing looks and some giggles and laughter at your expense, because it'll happen. And don't take it personally, because even if it's meant that way, I mean, being upset about it isn't going to help you here. You just got to roll with it, you know, sometimes laugh along. And that often gains you respect that you might not have had at the first moment. If you're able to joke around with them and, you know, communicate with them and you're making an effort, then a lot of times you'll see an attitude change. And they'll be like, okay, this person's all right. So a lot of that really depends on you. But just keep in mind that not everyone's going to be like super chipper and helpful and friendly right off the bat. Some of it you have to earn. And so that's about all I can think of at the moment here. If you have any more questions I can answer, please let me know. Anything you want to know about living here, moving here, any of that, I'm glad to share. And as usual, if you would be so kind as to like, subscribe, share, greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching. You have a great day. Bye-bye.